Hey guys, and welcome to my next video, which is my operating system installation video. Now, I've already got Windows 10 installed on my operating system, but I'll show you how to install it yourself, and then I will show you how to install Ubuntu on your system as well. So first things first is we want to bring up the system requirements for Windows 10, which are quite easy. You just go onto your browser and look up Windows 10 system requirements, or whichever Windows you're using. So for me, Windows 10 has a gigahertz, you need a gigahertz processor or faster, a gigabyte of RAM for your 32-bit or 2 gigs for your 64, 16 gigabytes of hard drive space for a 32-bit operating system, or 20 gigs for a 64-bit operating system. You also want to run DirectX 9 for your graphics card or later, and your resolution should be at least 800 by 600. So to install Windows 10, you need to install Windows Media Creation Tool. Now when you look up download Windows 10, it comes up right here on screen for you. So you hit download tool now and it will download the Media Creation Tool for you. So I'm going to run that as admin. Now, it takes a little bit of time for Media Creation Tool. It shouldn't be too long, but it does take a little bit of time. Let's just get rid of those now, we don't need those. So yeah, Windows 10 is, personally, I would recommend Windows 10 because of the fact of its usability. Its interface is quite easy to use. So you just go through and read all those. I've already read those before, so I'm going to accept that one. Yeah, the usability of Windows 10 is quite applicable to almost anybody. It's rather simple compared to a lot of other ones. I know 8.1 wasn't as simplistic as I think they wanted it to be. But yeah, so it's just getting a few things ready now. So now it asks me, do I want to upgrade this PC, which you can do yourself, or create an installation media. So that's where these two come in. So these are flash drives here. I've got Windows 10 on this one, Ubuntu on this one. I'm going to be using those to install them. You could use DVD drives or CDs for the installations. Windows 10 you can also install straight through the creation tool, downloading it from the website. So it asks me to select all of that stuff, which I'm going to use the recommended settings because it's quite easy. Now it's asking me, do I want to use a USB flash drive or an ISO file? So for me, I tried to use the USB flash drive. I had a large USB, but it kept not working for me, so I downloaded it as an ISO file. And I used a program like this, it's called Universal USB Installer, and I chose which operating system I wanted, found the ISO file, and downloaded it to the drive, which made a bootable copy of Windows 10. If you can get it to work, the USB flash drive is a lot easier because all you need to do is have at least 8 gigs of space for your USB flash drive, hit next. Choose your USB, which I don't have one installed at the moment, hit next and it will add everything onto that USB for you. Once that's done, we can plug in our USBs, whichever one you're going to be using. Oh, that's the wrong one. Two of these ones here. So plug both of those in and you should be good to go with how to set up the Windows 10. Is you go to your power, you want to hold shift and restart, and that'll come to the boot menu. Restart those. So now we go use the device, and you can choose whichever partition you want to use to boot it up. If you've done it correctly, then you should have your one sitting here, and then you click on it and it goes through it and then installs it all for you. It's really simplistic. Same thing for Ubuntu. You download it from the website. The Ubuntu system requirements are 2 gigahertz of 2 gigahertz dual core processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 25 gigabytes of hard drive space at least, 1024 by 768 resolution, and you ideally want the CD DVD drive or the USB port, because without that you can't install your Ubuntu. So I've got Ubuntu on this one, so I'm going to load that one up and I'm going to install it on there. So it's come up with no signal. It's just loading up for you. Out we go. Install Ubuntu. Nice and easy. And there we go. It's loading in. So yeah, I have loaded Ubuntu onto the system before. I uninstalled it earlier just so that I could show you guys how to install this one. And it was, yeah, there we go. So now with the install, you choose which language you want, go continue. I'm going to stay with English US for the keyboard layout. Now you can choose a minimal installation, a normal installation, whichever one you want. I'm going to go minimal for now. I'm going to install it alongside the boot manager so that I can have both of them. I don't want to erase it because it'll get rid of my Windows 10. Now, okay, so it's installing it like that, so I'm going to allocate 20 gigs for Ubuntu. Install it now. Yeah, it's fine by me. Continue with that partition. I'm in Auckland. Now I'm going to pick a name. I'm going to set it to log in automatically. So you just pick your name, pick your system name, type in a password, and now it starts creating system files. Ubuntu is really good because it is open sourced, so you can change it to how you like it, basically. You can add and take away what you want and anything like that, and you can also publish it back so that anyone else can use those systems that you've got. So it's just creating files now, copying files. This is the easy part where you sit back and wait. Now I believe it went to my onto my flash drive rather than going onto my hard drive, but That's okay. If you've got a big enough flash drive, it can fit anyway. And yeah, all or most of the software that you can get on Ubuntu is free, as well as it is open sourced, so you can change a lot of that to your liking as well. Just going to grab some water. So it takes a little bit to copy these files in, but once that's done we should have a working version of Ubuntu. So yeah, it has a couple of really nice features, like the Office stuff on Ubuntu is all free, unlike the Microsoft stuff which you need to pay for that. If you're really into your media sort of stuff like the Photoshop, then there's also GIMP, which is an image editor which you can use. There's also Shotwell Photo Manager, which you can use on your photos, as you can see here, to change your exposure, contrast, saturation, all that kind of stuff. Rhythmbox music player, which is all the kinds of music that you have on your system and what you can run on there, as well as Spotify and all the other kinds of apps that you can find. Now it is probably a little bit of a weird layout if you're used to Windows layouts. It's sort of relative towards the Apple operating systems. Now it's just installing the system. I'll be back with you in just a moment. Welcome back. So the installation is complete. I just jumped through that there to get that over and done with, because you don't need to watch half an hour of that. So we just restart. Please. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not sure what's happening right now, but it doesn't seem to be wanting to do what it wants to, what it should do. So I'm just going to quickly restart that. Go into my BIOS setting. Save and exit. And it should load up Ubuntu. Should being the keyword. So let's see. Yep. Okay. And there we go. And there we go. We have a working version of Ubuntu. So that'll tell you all the things that are there. Don't really need to worry about any of that. So down here you've got your applications, everything you need down the side here. So any software you want to add on to your system. It's just got to load up. Now I'm already connected to the internet because I'm wired. I can check this as well. Yep, so connected, no proxy or anything like that. I could connect to Wi-Fi if I wanted to, but I don't have a Wi-Fi adapter on the system yet. But yeah, that is Ubuntu in a nutshell. Let's just close that down. You can open these settings. Force quit that one. You can open the settings here, go through anything that you want to go through it in the settings. What's that? Right, yeah. So that's the details about my system. And yeah, that's basically it about Ubuntu. And installing multiple operating systems. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.